Hi, my name is Holly Ashton, and I am one of the academic advisors for Rowan Global at Rowan University. Today, I want to talk to you about how to make the most of your experience at Rowan University as a Rowan Global student. You are considered a Rowan Global student if you attend your classes all online, if you are a graduate student, if you're in the 3+1 program, or you go to the Camden campus. All of these things mean you're a Rowan Global student. If you're not a part of one of those populations, these resources are probably still applicable to you as well, so I encourage you to listen on. I want to thank you for attending and watching this video. I will be sharing some slides with you today, and a lot of them have links to different parts of our website, which I will include in the description of this video as well. Or if you have trouble finding those links, you can always send us an email. You can either ask your advisor, or you can send me an email by reaching out to Rowan 3+1, the number 3, the number 1, at rowan.edu, and I'd be happy to share them all with you. So some of you may be a student here at Rowan for just a year, some for 2 or more. We want to make sure that whatever time you have with us is productive and meaningful. One way to do that is for us to share these resources that Rowan has to offer you, that I'm going to do in a moment. And the thing about it is, we can share a million different departments and resources and events and things like that, but it is like the gym. You get out of it what you put into it. So we hope that you take advantage of some or most of these things that I share with you today. We're going to throw a lot at you, but again, like I said, I'm happy to share links to different resources in the description of this video or via email if you send me an email. So one way to connect with services and offices at Rowan is to follow them on social media. So at this time, I suggest pulling out your phone and going to Instagram. You can follow the @Rowan 3+1 account. We will be changing this account's tag to be for all of our Rowan Global students. So if you're not a 3+1 student at this time, you should still follow us. We post photos from events, some quick reminders, things like that. There are other groups listed here that you might also want to check out, like Rowan Health Advising, Rowan College of Business, Military Services, CHSS, if you're a student in CHSS, the College of Ed. And then there are, of course, some student groups that are at Rowan that you should definitely follow as well. One way to look up other groups is by going to Rowan University's Instagram account, seeing who they follow, or you could go to the Rowan 3+1 account, see who we follow, and a lot of them will be really great for you as well. Another way to connect with us and with other students especially is by going to canvas.rowan.edu. So while you have your phone out, feel free to also head over to canvas.rowan.edu. As you may already know, this is where you will complete any of your online classes that you're taking. You can also download the Canvas app, which our student workers really highly recommend, so that you can look things up, not necessarily for completing assignments. They say it's not really great for that, but it is definitely great to kind of keep on track and check in on things. So the Canvas app and using Canvas regularly. Something we wanted to make sure that you are also utilizing here on the Canvas pages are the Canvas pages that we have set up for our global students. As you can see, there are 3 groups noted here that you may see on your Canvas page as a course. The first one is Rowan Next. That is for all of our graduate students. Rowan Connect is a new page for our undergraduate students. And then the RN to BSN Resource Center is for our nursing students. These places are somewhere you can go in order to connect with other students in your major, to see announcements that we send out, and to keep up with what's going on in your cohort. If you have questions for other students, there are places that you can post them on these pages and kind of get feedback from other people as well. So we hope that you find this as a great place to connect with others. And as an aside, if you aren't familiar with Canvas, there is an online tutorial that students have found to be helpful, and that's called the Rowan Online Immersion. The next resource I wanted to share with you is the Office of Career Advancement. So for all of our Rowan Global students, this is an office that we hope that you utilize, make an appointment with at some point during your journey with us. Couple of the things that I wanted to point out today is the self-assessment that they offer called the Focus 2. So if you are a student who's unsure about your career path or where you want to go next, the Focus 2 is a self-assessment that you can complete, and it is not just, it doesn't take long to fill out or to complete, but it's not one little survey that's like, yep, you should be in the arts or you should be in science. It really delves into your interests, your abilities, your talents to see potential career paths that might be good for you. And then it gives you resources and information about those career paths, what it would take to get to them, what kind of education you need, things like that. Once you complete the Focus 2, the next thing we recommend is going to ProfsJobs. ProfsJobs, which I will show you, is like a job search tool that students use. Here it is, that you can use to search for full-time, part-time, summer, and internship positions. A part of utilizing ProfsJobs is that they require you to submit a resume. It doesn't have to be like the A+ best resume you've ever completed, because they will go over and give you some critique and feedback on your resume. So we recommend going there, uploading your resume, even if you're really not looking for a position right now. It's a great thing to do, is to get your resume uploaded there so that someone from their office can look at it and give you great feedback as a professional. And then once you do that, you can use those search engines that are really geared toward our Rowan students. The Office of Career Advancement also has one-on-one support. You can make an appointment with them. And there's also a 2-credit for our undergraduate students, a 2-credit career planning and development course that we recommend if you do have room in your schedule. Some of you won't, and that's okay. But if you do have room in your schedule, we highly recommend it as something to take. In that course, you do get your resume critiqued, you do sample cover letters, attend a career advancement event, all things that are beneficial to you in your career journey. Here is what the self-assessment for the Focus 2 looks like. So like I said, it takes into account your skills. It also takes into account your values, your work interests, your personality, and combines all of these assessments to see what are some paths that you might like to take. And here is an example of that. So this is one that I did, and says I should be a therapist or a counselor of some sort, which is similar to what I got my master's degree in. So it was accurate for me, at least. And it shows you, the salary range, things like that for types of positions that you might be interested in. It might share something with you that you hadn't thought about before. So I recommend this for all of our students. Here is a slide that shows you what ProfsJobs looks like a little bit. You can save different positions, you can star them, you can search by different position types. Like I said, it's a little bit better focused than you might see on an online search engine, for example. So besides the Office of Career Advancement and the resources that they have to offer, there are other experiences that we recommend looking into. One, if you need, some of our students require an internship while they're a student with us. Others want to do one in the summer, things like that. So we do recommend looking into internships, particularly for our CHESS students, the CHESS Match internship program, where they can help you to find internship placements and get credit for them as well. If you are interested in an internship, if it's not a part of your required curriculum, but you're interested in one, the earlier you look into those things, the better. So definitely make an appointment with the Office of Career Advancement or with the Chess Match Internship Program Coordinator and have those conversations, because it does take time to get into the course that you would get credit for, to apply to positions, to get them approved, all of those things. So you want to plan ahead as much as possible. There are plenty of events that are career related or professional development related that we recommend. A lot of these are virtual events. So like I said, looking at social media is a great thing to do, but also looking at the Office of Career Advancement's events, their website is also a great place to start and kind of see what they're up to. Oh, and of course, I don't have the correct link, but if you ever find yourself in any situation seeing something like this pop up, you can always use the search engine tool on the Rowan website, which I think is really helpful and is really user-friendly. So Office of Career Advancement Events. Here we go, career events and workshops. So you can see they have calendar of events, and you can see that they're listed on Proflink. Proflink is another great resource to talk about. Proflink shares different departments and student groups that host events. You can kind of find out what's going on where on Proflink. So I will definitely include that link as well in the description, but it's a great resource to use for sure to see what's going on and where. So even if you're not going to the Glassboro campus, you can see what groups and departments are having events virtually, or you might want to take a trip over to Glassboro for something really important. Like I always recommend, if there is a job fair or something like that, you might want to take the time out of your day to head over to Glassboro if you can, of course. And I know not always, you can't always, but sometimes it's worth it to plan ahead. So Proflinks is a place that you can definitely look to plan ahead for things like that. You can see there's different events that you can either sign up for or just attend without signing up. The next thing I wanted to talk about is support. So all Rowan Global students, we highly recommend popping into our advising walk-in Wednesdays if you have a quick question about something that you need an answer to, or you forget how to do something on the website, or are having some kind of issue that an advisor can help with. We have these every Wednesday from 12 to 1 p.m. Someone from our department will be on the call. Now, they may not be your advisor, or they might not be specifically from your program, but usually we'll get you to the right place. And if we can't help you, we can definitely support you by scheduling an appointment with your advisor with you or showing you how to do that. We also send out weekly emails from our team to the Rowan Global students. So that comes out every Monday or Tuesday. You'll see an email pop up in your Rowan email account that says, usually it says something like updates for this week or something like that. We highly recommend, and we actually, we don't require that you open these emails, but we find it really important that you open them because it tells you important dates coming up, like if registration's coming up or if you need to apply to graduate, things like that, that are specifically tailored to our students. So while you probably do get bombarded with emails from Rowan, we know you do, from those daily mails and things like that. We try to not over email you from our office. So we try to make anything that's important come up in those weekly emails, if they're not individual emails to you from your advisor. But for all of our students, to remind you about important things coming up, to share with you resources that we think are great for you, events, things like that, those will all be in that weekly email. So we highly encourage you to just check that once a week. You can scroll through it really fast. We try to make it very visually appealing and easy to kind of scroll through, whether you're on your phone or your desktop or laptop, and be able to see what you need. You can quickly scroll through and say, yep, this week nothing's really applicable to me, or, oh, yep, I needed that reminder. So definitely take a look at that. And then there are so many different resources at Rowan that support you academically and support student success in general. This includes tutoring, accommodations, success coaching, wellness center, military services. There's a ton. And so on the website, you will find a link that shares with you all of those places that you can go for different assistance while you're a student here at Rowan. This page also has some great tips and academic support, FAQs, things like that. So this is a great place to start if you're looking for support as a student in or out of the classroom. Next, I wanted to just touch on a couple of our specialized populations, even more specialized than Rowan Global as a whole. The first being graduate students. So for graduate students, I just wanted to point out a couple of extra things. One is the Graduate Student Government Association. If you're not familiar with this, definitely on Rowan Next, I'm sure they talk about it, but also you can check it out on Proflinks as well. So it's definitely a group that I suggest you get involved with. And then I also want to point out one other resource that you may have already noticed as well. At the Glassboro campus, if you are taking night classes there as a graduate student, there is free evening childcare on the Glassboro campus. If you would like details about that, you can email preschool@rowan.edu and see what's available, and if there's not availability currently, what options there are in the future. I think this is a great it's a resource for all students. So if you're taking any classes in Glassboro, especially night classes there, this is something that you should definitely look into if you need it, if you are a parent or a caregiver of a child. The next population I just wanted to quickly note is for 3+1 specifically. There is in-person advising and events at the community college campuses. So for example, I have an office at the RCBC campus, and there is also an office at the RCSJ campus for Rowan University 3+1 senior year advisors. We suggest making an appointment via RSN for all of our students, for any Rowan Global student, but if you want an in-person advising for 3+1 specifically at the community college campuses, you definitely want to make an appointment via RSN. And if you're not seeing something that works for you in person and that's what you need, definitely reach out to your advisor and we can schedule something that works for all of us. At RCBC, we have offices in Voda Hall, the 229 to 231 suite. We also have the Rowan Room, which you can reserve to have group study sessions, or you can also use to hang out, things like that. If you want to reserve the space, reach out to your advisor and we'd be happy to help you with that. And then at RCSJ, we have moved offices. And so our new office space is in the College Center, room 108. It's right next to the security desk at the College Center. So if you would like to request an in-person appointment there with one of us, like I said, send us an email or you can schedule an appointment via RSN. So to end things, kind of where do you go from here? I'd say check out those career exploration resources like I talked about. Check out the student success resources as well. And if you're available, if you're seeing this before Transfer Student Appreciation Week, we are presenting at that on virtually. And we're talking about going to grad school. So if you're interested, if you're an undergraduate student thinking about grad school, definitely attend that event. We post about it in our weekly emails. And if you missed that presentation, or if you're watching this video after that, it's already happened, we will be posting the video for that presentation as well that you can see in the future. So check that out. That could be our next video to watch. Thank you so much for watching this video and for hearing about the resources that we have to share. Like I said, if you're having any trouble finding the links to what I talked about, look in the description of this video or email me at rowan3+1@rowan.edu, and I'm happy to share it with you, or you can always reach out to your advisor. Thanks. Have a great day.